Okay. Hello, Libra. Last but not very least. Libra, how's it going? How was your full moon experience? I hope it was, I hope you all got through it as well enough as anyone can. Libra, your ruler is doing interesting things this week, meeting with Jupiter in the sky on the 24th, I think. Have a look, see what's happening in your birth chart. See if you can find out anything interesting. Right, I'm going to get straight into the reading, and I start every tarot card reading with a prayer. Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, please come and bless this space. Please come and bless and cleanse this space. Please come and bless and cleanse this space. Please bless and cleanse the crystals. Bless and cleanse crystals. Please bless and cleanse me. Thank you. And I send blessing, cleansing, beautiful, loving, light energy to Libra. Libra, I hope you are having a nice time. So, not gonna lie, Libra, the readings so far have been pretty intense, some more so than others, but I don't pull my punches, you know. If people come looking to the tarot for guidance, that's what they get, you know. And so, without further ado, let's see what the tarot would like to tell Libra right now. So Libra, November 2019. What would the tarot like Libra to know? What's going on with Libra? What are Libra's energies like at the moment? What's going on? What's happening? Libra. A whole lot. Oh, Libra, don't worry. Don't worry. So, there is a lot going on. Libra, you feel chaotic in your head. You feel like you don't know where this is going to end. This is just relentless. It seems to be disaster after disaster after disaster as far as you're concerned. And it's affecting everything. Now the disaster after disaster after disaster is trickling down, and it's affecting everything around you. You have done some work. You're waiting for something to work out in your favor. And there's been serious obstacles in your way, and now you're questioning, are you even going in the right direction? Because you're not seeing any, you can't, what is it? You reap what you sow. So you haven't reaped any rewards yet, even though you've sown the seeds. Like you've planted seeds, you've done some good work, you've worked hard, and you think this project or whatever it is you're working on should be successful, and there's been a lot of obstacles, and now you're questioning if you're even on the right path. Because that all seems to be going wrong, and there are other things going wrong in your life as well. So work or project, like it doesn't have to be work, it can be schoolwork, it can be, you might be building a house, it could be a new job, you might have started a new business, you might have started a new job, building a house, college work. I'm trying to think what else the pentacles represent. You know, it could be an awful lot of things to do with your physical reality, and your physical surrounding, and your physical resources, money. Maybe you've spent a lot of money invested in something, and now things really aren't working out as quickly as you were hoping, and there's been obstacles, and you are just really questioning. You're like, what have I done? Was this a huge mistake? You know, because things are going wrong. Things are not going the right way. From what I can see here, you have not made a mistake. It's just taking longer, much longer than you thought, in fairness, for things to come to fruition. But I would think that fruition is coming, and you're overthinking it. Sorry, Libra. But in my introduction, I explain, people's thoughts spiraling, things going on. This could be going on for a bit longer than that. The longer than the retrograde. You might be like, yeah, that's only the retrograde period. I've been waiting for months for this to come together. And the point is, very often people who believe in tarot card readings and things like this, we think that because we are spiritually minded, things should work out faster for us. And then we're a bit confused when they don't. And, fact is, we live in a 3D reality that can at times take much longer to actually manifest things. And I know then we have all these people talking about physical manifestation or law of attraction and all this, and it works out so fast for people and it doesn't for others. Like that's, you know, you can do your own research around these topics if you want, but the fact is it can take a very long time sometimes to manifest things, because divine timing and divine guidance is necessary. And all of the things that we're all going through at the moment, which is so intense, I mean, I've mentioned that already. I'm sure it has a reason. I'm not sure what it is. You know, I think we're just supposed to keep the faith, but the point is, people then on spiritual path, there are obstacles in the way, and then we're like, immediately, have I made the wrong decision? No. Very often we haven't. Obstacles are normal. That's just part of life. Obstacles are obstacles. They're there to teach us patience. They might be there so that you can wait for the right person to come along. It might be something might fall through, a venue might fall through, and you might think it's the end of the world, and then the next thing you get a better venue that was cheaper and way nicer and much easier to get to and has wheelchair access, and you know, like it's just all really, really, really worked out in your favor. So the point is, even though things feel chaotic at the moment, which I know they do, and you might even be like losing sleep or having nightmares, like, you know, there could be something to do with your sleep being affected as well, but like, you're on the right path. You know, and what's actually happening, the destruction or all the chaos and the calamity that's going on around you, is you're going to rise out of this like a phoenix out of the ashes. You're going to rise out of this and you're going to know so much more. You're going to be so much more switched on. You're going to be so much more wise, so much wiser. It's going to be so much harder to rattle your cage in the future. Like once you've come through all this and you've seen all the chaos for what it was and you've managed to shrug it off, because that will eventually happen. You know, the next time big things start happening, you'll be like, yeah, do you know what? I'm just not going to get stressed out about an awful lot of it. Like, fact is, situations are stressful and you're allowed to be aware of that. You know, I'm in a stressful situation at the moment. I really wish I wasn't, but that's the way it is. But right now you feel your cage is being really rattled. But this is all in order to up level to the next plane of vibrational existence, which is of a higher vibration, where you will eventually be moving up to, and you won't be bringing this stress with you. You'll be like, no, I've learned an awful lot, and you know what? A whole lot of that was other people's nonsense. It's listening to other people, doubt me, listening to other people saying, oh, maybe it's not going to work, maybe you should just go back to what you were doing, and blah, 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 blah. But like, you know, if you sit and take a few breaths and think about what you were doing and how it makes you feel to go back to it, and if it feels like your soul is dying at that thought, like, that's not how you're supposed to go. And in fact, don't listen to other people. Other people's opinions are irrelevant. They don't know what it is you're working on. They don't know why you are doing something, and they don't understand you. And people very often don't even want to understand you. They just want to tell you what they think. Well, I think this. Well, I think this. You know, would be for you, but thinking about your own life. You know, I'm creating my own freedom here. I'm on a path to, you know, creating things that I believe in and that I believe will benefit humanity, and I believe will benefit my family, and I believe will make me free and allow me to express myself in much more different and interesting ways. You know, another thing as well, you might be feeling under pressure. Maybe some of you out there have 2 jobs because you've created this one thing that you're waiting to work out, so you've taken on something else in order to earn a bit of money. Like, the fact is, you know, I know it's hard and it's a struggle, but you're succeeding. You're doing it. I want to say one thing about the sleep thing. If you are one of these people at the moment, if you're going through a cycle where you wake up at the same time every morning, you'll have to Google it because I haven't looked it up yet, but I was discussing this recently with a friend, and apparently if you're waking up the exact same time every morning, there's a reason, and you can Google the time. You know, you can have a look and see what you can find out about that. But that specific time in the morning that you're waking up has meaning for you. So you should look into what that is. You know, you haven't made the wrong decision. This is it. I know your head's racing and you're losing faith quickly because of all the chaos and all of the mad things that are going on. But I have to, like, you are on the right path. You've done some excellent work, and you know, the changes that are happening now are only for your benefit. In the long term, they're for your benefit. And I'm telling you, the next time something really, really stressful comes along and things start going wrong, there's obstacles all over the place, you're just going to be like, nah, don't care. That doesn't stress me out. That doesn't stress me out. Okay, that stresses me out because it's a big deal. Like, Right now, everything feels like a big deal. Whereas, you know, in the future, when you've learned that not everything is a big deal, like that will be a relief in itself. Like the Ace of Swords, I do just want to point out this card, because this is a card of obstacles that can be in your way. But the fact is, what it's saying is just because there are obstacles, it doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. You know, obstacles exist for a million reasons. Sometimes they exist just to annoy you. Like, that's what I think. Sometimes things are just stupid. It's not even just to annoy you. Like, it's just that some, you know, stupid things happen and you have to deal with it. So what? You know? And the universe, I read this recently and I found it very interesting. You know, the universe isn't on our wavelength in the sense that we're like, yeah, I don't like peanut butter and someone gave me a peanut butter sandwich. Like, why, universe? The universe is like, I don't care about your peanut butter sandwich. Go and buy yourself something else. Like, that is not an important life quandary. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't be putting that on the universe, like, because the universe is just like, whatever. You know, they're minor issues that are being made too big. So the fact is that there could well be obstacles in your way, but you're just supposed to figure out ways to go around them. You know, maybe like there's a bird, maybe you're supposed to fly over them. Maybe someone's lying to you and you're supposed to take your sword of universal truth and cut away their lies. Maybe, what else? Yeah, I don't know. Like there could be a million things there. But, you know, the obstacles exist. That's all there is. Oh yes. This is also a card of clearing up communication. So if you feel that things are at a standstill and you don't know why, and it's shrouded in kind of mystery and lack of clarity, number one, that's a little bit Mercury retrograde. Well, it's a lot of Mercury retrograde energy. But also, if you want better answers, if you want more straightforward answers than what you've been given, than what you've been getting, you need to go looking for them. It's up. Like, if you want better communication, it's up to you to get your better communication, because you might want better communication from someone else. But first of all, they might think there's nothing wrong with their communication. And second of all, they might not care that they're not communicating very well. Whereas if you go with a very distinct set of questions along the lines of, when did this happen? Why did it happen? What did it cost? You know, bring your pen and paper with you and write more questions as they come to you. Get each and every answer that you want. If you want better communication, you have to go and look at it. You have to go and look for it. And then you have to look at your own communication as well. You know, everyone can improve their communication. Everybody. That goes for the entire world. Everybody could work on their communication. Yeah. And I don't know, you should try and do something as well to try and get out of your head. I'd advise you to try and get outside a bit more. Like outside in the daytime, in nature, and relax. And I do not mean bring your phone and sit under a tree with your phone in your hand for an hour. No. I mean, if all you have is 10 minutes, just go and sit under a tree. That's all. No phone. No other people. No distractions, you know. Yeah, bring it in. Because there's a lot of chaos here, but also you've done a lot of good work. You've done a lot of very, very good work. Yeah. And things can work out for you, but you need to stay positive now, because this is a crucial time and you do need to stay positive. And this energy is very chaotic and very tiring and very, at the end of the day, a little bit pointless. Like the Tower card is major arcana, so there are big things happening and big changes occurring, but all of them will benefit you. And even if there are changes around a way you act or you behave, like that's what the Tower can represent as well, like a death of an ending of an old way of thinking. You know, it's the destruction of something old so that something new can come of it. So it could be an old way of thinking, could be a lifestyle, could be a habit, could be anything, could be some form of addiction, could be a relationship, but it might just be an outdated way that you're thinking along the lines of, I deserve this, I've done this amount of work, and now why aren't the rewards coming to me? They're just not at the moment. Saturn is changing sign soon. No. Jupiter has just changed sign. Someone's bringing us gifts, I can't remember. But, oh yeah, and depending on where Saturn is in your chart, he's going to delay things, because that's what Saturn does. He delays things. For, I don't know why actually, but you know, divine timing, divine intervention. You might need to meet someone, you might need a venue change, who can say? But I think no, you are on the right path. Like, you've made some great decisions and you're on the right path. You just need to keep the faith now, because I can see you're losing faith fast. Okay. Do we have anything to add to that tarot? What kind of energies can Libra be using now, maybe, what could Libra do to move away from this Tower, Nine of Swords energy? What could they do about this nighttime vibe energy that's like scaring them and making them freak out and not allowing them to concentrate fully on work as well? See, that's it. This energy as well, like, confuses you and it holds you back from actually focusing on the work. So then you're wondering why you're not reaping what you've sown. And it's because you don't actually have the focus and the time, and it's not even the time. You don't have the focus. You don't have the mental clarity and the determination, because whatever you're going through here has rocked your boat so much that, like, yeah, not only are you losing faith, but you're tired now. You're tired and you're sick of it, and you feel like it's been a bit of a personal attack, and you're like, clearly I've just made the wrong decision. Like, it's not about making the wrong decision, and it's not about working towards the wrong goal. It's just about, you know, the lessons of the universe have been tough for you, and now they're becoming too much. But you need to come up with a way to temper it. And that's to do with self-love. You know, that's to do with stepping back. That's to do with always pull back. You know what I mean? When you're so in something that it's driving you insane, you have to walk away. I mean, walk away for 4 hours, like walk away for a day, take a weekend off. You know what I mean? And actually take a weekend off. If you're picking up your phone to check your emails and your heart starts pounding before you've even opened the emails, like, that is such intense energy, and it's not good for you. Like, it's not sustainable to be in that, like, panic state just because you need to check your work emails, you know? Like, if that's the case, you need to walk away from your phone and just be like, you know what, this is actually bad for me. Like, I'm having a panic response to looking at emails. No. And constantly checking things won't make a difference. You know, Libra, this energy is very high vibrational, but not in a good way. Like, it's really, really manic. And you really do need to do something to temper it. I would say spend time outside. Try and cultivate a bit of patience, because that's what this card is as well. The Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles states that you will get what you have. You will eventually reap what you sow, but you need patience for it to come. And you're not displaying patience now because the obstacles have you thinking that you've made the wrong decisions, but you haven't made the wrong decisions. It's just a delayed response to what you want, you know? And that could be so that you learn, because if you want to move forward with this, and if this is a big project for you and it's something you really want to focus on in the future, maybe the universe is trying to teach you that by taking it so seriously and by investing every second you're awake into it is not good for you, and it's not sustainable in the long term, and it's causing burnout, you know? Because it's not sustainable, and it's not a happy life, and it's not why you were put here. Maybe you were put here to do whatever this project is that you're chasing or not chasing, that you're, you know, working on, that you're starting, that you're so invested in. I mean, like, you know, a large amount of personal investment is necessary, but to the point where it's the only thing you're thinking of, and it's the only thing that you're concerned with, and it's the only thing that matters, and it's the only thing, and it has to work out, you know. Like, that's not how it works. And the universe is trying to show you that. I think for a huge number of you, that is it. Like, that's what the universe is trying to show you. You need to chill. You need to chill. You have to take a step back. You have to take your head out of it. You have to calm down. Sorry, nobody likes being told calm down. I know that, but like Libra, this is too much. It's too much, and it's going to be too difficult. Okay, so what can Libra do? What's the advice for Libra now? Okay, we understand this. It has been tough, and I feel for you, Libra. Like, you know, I feel for you guys, but you need to look after yourselves. Self-love, guys. Get a huge rock of rose quartz. Put it on your face. I love rose quartz. And calm. Like, I can even feel myself giving the reading. My energy, my heart feels like, you know, and that's not my energy. That's Libra right now. So let us see. So what can Libra do? What should Libra do? What will Libra do? What will Libra do? Do we have advice for Libra? Do we have advice for Libra? Yeah, trust your intuition, you know? Like, you started, whatever this thing is that you've started, this project, this new whatever, like, that came to you in a moment of inspiration. And when you first thought of it, it brought you such joy. Like, it brought you such, you were so excited and it was so new and you were like, this is so cool and I can't wait to move forward with this and it might even help people. And it's, you know, you're like, your mind was all sparky and joyful about it. Like, and as well, it's an excellent idea and one that really had, you know, is rooted in something that you really want to do as well. Like, it really lights your fire on the inside. It had, when you first came up with this project, it had you so excited, and it's an excellent idea. Like, and it is going to work. You know, you are on the right path. Like, that's a fact. So good for you. But, and like your intuition, and you were so on. And you're so right. You were like, this is going to be so amazing. I can't wait. And, you know, it's childish joy and it's real excitement. And, you know, but the fact is you've forgotten that feeling. That's gone. This is where you're stuck now. And this is part of the reason that you're being delayed your rewards. And that is because you've got you're not trusting your intuition anymore. And you've got very little faith left in the fact that, like, the thing is, we all do that. I completely understand why you're thinking now, oh, you know what? I've made the wrong decision and I've wasted all this money, time, whatever. And it's not going to work. I actually can't believe it. And of course that does send us into a bit of a panic spiral. But like, fact is, you've made the right decision. Ace of Wands, it was an excellent idea. Page of Cups, like, it was an excellent idea. And it's come from your intuition. The Page of Cups is about trusting ourselves. Like, all cards have a lot of different meanings. In this reading, the Page of Cups is about, you know, channeling entirely from like universal energy. And you knew it when this idea hit you. It was so powerful and you were so high from it, like, and it was so right for you, you know. But delays and obstacles and other people's nonsense has kind of beaten you down a bit. But no, you need to forget all of that. And you just need to accept that some of the chaos that's going on around you is chaos that's going on around you. Everyone has chaos going on around them at the moment. Astrology at the moment, I've talked about that. Like, that's just life at the moment, you know what I mean? But the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands, you were listening to your intuition. It was so powerful. It is so powerful. This is the energy that you need to return to. So I asked for advice, and these are the 4 cards that came out. And the advice is, remember this. Remember the intuition. Remember the intuition. Remember that you know how powerful and meaningful this is to you. And if it is to help other people, like, you were right. You made the right decision. You know what I mean? And good for you. Good for you for listening to yourself and being brave enough to do it. That's the thing. It was so exciting at the time. You took this huge brave leap. You've done it. And now it's taking its time. That's life. And the universe wants you to return to this energy. Because this is the energy of listening to your intuition, trusting yourself, being excited, understanding that when you're at that vibration of trust in the universe, intuition's open, you believe what's going on in your head, you connect even more. You know what I mean? So that's what you need to go back to in order to shift this, so that things can start working for you and you can actually start the process of reaping what you've sown. You know, like, all signs point to yes. And then we have 2 nice enough cards, but there's just, I've kind of talked about this already. Like, you know, you're on this journey so that you can up level and not take this chaos with you when you go to the next level and you take on your next project, and you understand that, you know what, people do take ages to answer emails and they don't answer their phone when you want them to, and blah, blah, and you have no control over that. Maybe you'll employ someone to do that for you so that you don't have to carry that level of stress anymore. But fact is, you'll have learned not to carry that level of stress anymore. And that's what this card is about. This card is about moving on to calmer waters and not taking your problems with you. Obviously, we all take some problems with us. But you know what I mean? It's not taking all, like the point is for this woman to get out of the boat and not take the swords with her. She has a child with her, so she's learned, like she has a child, so she has obligations now. She's learned, she's matured, she's grown up a bit, but she knows not to take those swords with her. She's moving on to a better place. She's moving to a new land. I mean, maybe you're moving. If you are, it's a good idea. But don't take your problems with you, you know? And the thing is, it is up to you. Like, it's so easy for us to be like, okay, but you know, so I've decided not to take my problems with me, so I won't. But then we don't actually change anything in our lives, you know? And what's that saying? Wherever I go, there I am. So you have to take measures to do this. You know, maybe you need to write stuff down, release it to the universe. Full moons are a good time to release things. The end of Mercury retrograde actually on Wednesday wouldn't be a bad time to write some stuff down that you want to let go of. I think I'm going to do that too. But you do need to actively release things. So you can do cord cutting ceremonies. You can write a letter to whatever it is, thanking it for its thanking the energy for giving you the understanding and for helping you mature, and thank you for seeing it from certain perspectives. And now you're ready to leave that energy go because you know that you can take it on without being in such a chaotic headspace anymore. And then we have the World. Oh, great card. Lovely, lovely, lovely card. So we're going to move on, not take our problems with us. And then the World. The World is such a great card. This states very, very clearly that this cycle wants to end. The cycle wants to come to a close so that you can start reaping what you have sown, so that you can start moving on onto the next thing, which is this project, in a much more mature, level-headed, not even level-headed, but in a much more mature, capable manner, not allowing the small stuff to get you down. And I'm not saying it's all small stuff, but nonetheless, we have to manage what's going on in our own lives. And if that means, you know, clearing up, getting your head clear, starting a new routine where you get up at the same time every morning, you go to bed every night at the same time, you don't spend the last hour of the day on your phone, even 2 hours, you know what I mean? Like, if it means creating a healthier lifestyle, that's what maybe you need to do, you know? We always need to look at what we're doing with regards to our own lifestyle when it comes to changing something, and that's just a fact. Maybe you need to look at what you're eating, like maybe you need to look at what it is you need to change about yourself so that this stuff doesn't get to you anymore. But the fact is, this cycle completely wants to end. This is the final card of the major arcana. It's the World card. It means the ending of one cycle, the beginning of another. It's a really positive card of new beginnings and change. And, you know, like when the World card comes out as well, like we've done a full cycle of something and now we're coming out of it, like I said, and we're maturing and we're moving on. Like there seems to be a lot of that kind of vibe in this reading, like of maturing, you know, of letting the old crap go and moving on. But you need to do some work around that. And that's up for you to decide how. Like, I like cord cutting things, but you know, you need to do a few different things. If it's people you need to let go of, maybe you need to do a few different meditations where you wrap them in purple forgiving light and you let them go with love. I mean, you know, we do always have to work on forgiveness and things like that. But an awful lot I find is that the work actually needs to be done within. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Maybe you're like, I can't believe this isn't working out. I deserve this not to work out because of the bad thing I did 3 years ago to someone or 10 years ago to someone, and I knew I would eventually come back to me. Like, that's not the way it is, you know. If you feel really bad about something you did to someone, you're halfway there to not having to get karma for it, kind of thing. You know, but you can release these things and you can write a letter. Again, you don't have to send these letters to anyone. You can burn them, you can rip them up. But you can write letters of apology, you can write letters of... But really, you can forgive yourself. But the point is, this cycle wants to end. Really, 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 really wants to end. And it wants to take you into a much more interesting, much better, fun, enjoyable place where you're not waiting anymore for things to come up and your intuition is banging and you are just, you know exactly what's going on and you're having these flashes of insight and you really trust yourself. And because you trust yourself and you're connected to the universe and your intuition is on top, you're having more ideas and you understand more of what you can do, and it's all very interesting, and you've learned not to take your pain with you, and you started to sleep better. The sleep thing is serious. People need sleep. Like, I need sleep. You know, people need sleep to function. And if you're not sleeping, then you need to look. It could be your phone habit. You know what I mean? It could be something that you, well, no matter what it is, it's something that you're doing. Maybe you need earplugs. I don't know. You know? But that's for you to look at. Libra, I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to be rude, but I really don't want my readings to go over a half an hour. I'd say this one probably has, but I feel it was a good reading. I wish you luck. You know, you can do it, but you need to trust yourself. Trust yourself and trust your intuition, because you're on it. You're on the right path. Banging. Okay. If you would like, if you would like to leave a comment, please do. If you would like to share and subscribe, please do. Tell me what you think about the reading. I know I give serious readings, but I think these are the readings I like. You know what I mean? When I give myself readings, I also give myself very serious readings. It's how people come looking for advice, you get advice. That's what I always say about the tarot. Okay, I'm available for personal readings. I wish you all a marvellous rest of the month, and I will upload something again soon. I'm not sure what, but it's going to have something to do with an astrological influence. Okay, Libra, peace and love. I wish you a very pleasant evening. See you later.